dodge bullets, baby.
This is beyond fairy tale. It's inconceivable.
There it is. Doyle's done it. This is the greatest sport in the
world. It's the last of the Day 1 sessions, and the Rio is jam-packed with superstars, all looking to take their first steps towards a main event championship. But two men stand out from within this massive crowd. The youngest man to win a main event, Phil Hellmuth.
Hellmuth wins the championship.
I absolutely feel like I can do it again.
And the defending champion, Jerry Yang. Will Hellmuth's past success lead to a return to glory?
You better stand up.
Yes!
That's what champions do.
Or is this the year for a repeat performance?
I'm hoping to win back-to-back. I think it's way overdue.
Tonight, poker's best will take center stage at the main event of the World Series of Poker.
Shuffle up and deal.
Welcome to the World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Light with Norman Chad. I'm Lon McCarran. Put on your Sunday finest because here come the heavyweights. This final Day 1 session features some of the most familiar faces in poker.
Good luck there, buddy.
How you doing, guys?
How'd you like to sit down at your first main event table and look up to see Chris Ferguson, maybe Alan Cunningham, or Jennifer Harmon sitting right next to you? And if you're seated at table 2 today, you'll be up against the great Phil Ivey. You never know who you're going to see at the World Series of Poker.
I love you, Norm. I want to be your next wife. I won't take your alimony. I have my own money. I'm going to have my own money.
I don't know if I have another honeymoon in me.
From an open invitation to an open seat at the featured table today, fashionably late Phil Hellmuth should be here any moment. And when he gets here, Phil will be in for a surprise. He will be up against poker pro Mark Safe, a 2-time World Series bracelet winner, and Chuck Liddell, the former UFC light heavyweight champ, who is hoping to knock out more than just one opponent today.
How much can we pay you to knock him out?
I was just going to say the same
I
thing.
don't know. He might loosen himself if you just leave him alone.
That's right. It might be a freebie.
It might be a freebie, yeah.
Let me knock him out, take his chips.
Jeez, my boy Phil is walking into Little Bighorn here.
Liddell with 13 knockout wins on his mixed martial arts record. Mark Safe folds.
This guy's not going to knock out Phil.
Steve Rector from Mesa, Arizona on the Milwaukee's Best Light Pocket Cam 6-5 of spades. He's a district manager for an electric company down there.
She's not going to knock out Phil.
That's because Kathleen Gleave is going to fold.
This guy thinks he's going to knock out Phil, but he's not.
Paul Sohn folds.
Oh, this guy looks dangerous.
Grady Talbot, he's a retired Air Force pilot, and he is dangerous with pocket queens in the small blind.
No.
He calls for 250.
You're supposed to re-raise there, sir. I call him sir because I respect him.
Is this guy going to knock out Phil Hellmuth?
If he shakes hands with Phil, Hellmuth might go down.
Liddell with 8-7 of spades calls. 3 players will see the flop. Talbot with his pocket queens has the lead right now. Flop is 9 trade jack. Talbot's queens are still best. Liddell picked up a gut shot straight draw. Talbot checks.
Yeah, it's up to you, tough guy.
Liddell admits he's not the most polished poker player.
Can I do bet 600?
600.
Spit it out.
600 from Liddell. Rector gives up his hand. Talbot's going to raise it to 1,500.
I told you that fellow was dangerous. He just check-raised Chuck Liddell.
And Chuck's going to call. He's not shying away from anything.
I don't want to rile up Chuck Liddell, but how's he calling with a gut shot?
All right, so heads up now to the turn. Turn card is a 10, and Liddell takes the lead, hitting a straight.
It's a good thing Liddell didn't hit that straight against Hellmuth.
Talbot, though, will lead out with a straight draw. That could beat Liddell. Bets 3,000.
Yeah, that's a straight, Chuck.
I'm all in.
Oh, he does the right thing with a straight.
Smarter than he looks.
So Liddell pushes. Talbot calls for under 2,000 more. And yeah, Chuck's in the lead.
Chuck looks like a little kid who got away with something.
Well, you got a duck to prevent the knockout, you know?
Talbot can still make a higher straight. He can knock out Liddell with an 8 or a king.
River card is a queen. Liddell will double up with the straight.
You're still going to win, Chuck. You win.
Not quite sure.
You had to dodge an 8 or a king.
Oh, Phil's going to love playing with someone who doesn't even know he just doubled up.
So Liddell, as usual, made the gut shot work for him, and he's back on his feet. Norman, we often talk about the mixed bag of people and personalities found in poker, and that is evident at our featured table and throughout the room. This is shaping up to be an action-packed final day of the opening round here at the main event.
What a day, Lon. A chance to watch my main man, Phil Ivey, don't let me down. A chance to track legends Doyle Brunson and Johnny Chan. A chance to watch Jerry Yang start defense of his main event title. And a chance to see if Chuck Liddell beats the you-know-what out of Phil Hellmuth. Today is a very good day.
And today is a very busy day, the largest field by far of the 4 day one sessions. There are more than 2,400 players in action today. And there is Johnny Chan, winner of 2 main events. He's got 10 bracelets overall. At Chan's table is Forrest Griffin, another UFC fighter who won a title fight last night here in Vegas.
2 champions here, but this is Johnny Chan's cage.
Forrest Griffin continues his win streak, picks up a pot there with a set of 7s.
Forrest Griffin won the fight last night. What's the other guy look like?
How long you been playing poker?
About an hour. It's the same with fighting, you know. If you're fighting somebody that really doesn't know what's going on, they kind of don't do anything right. So you don't really know what to do. Guy that doesn't know how to play poker is kind of like...
You definitely played the 7s well.
Yeah, despite getting knocked around last night, Griffin's still thinking straight. Doyle Brunson's also playing today, another 2-time main event champion, owner of 10 bracelets.
Like Johnny Chan, Texas Dolly won his main event bracelets back-to-back.
And last year's champion, Jerry Yang, of course, is playing today, hoping to become the 5th man to go back-to-back.
Yang beat a field of 6,358 last year. This year's field, 6,844.
And Jerry's off to a good start as he knocks off an opponent.
You the man. You the man. Thank you. Good day. Thank you.
All right, let's check on the action at table 2, where Phil Ivey, your guy, is looking to cash in the main event for the first time since '05.
Ivey's been quiet at the main event the last couple of years. It's time for him to make some noise.
After the flop, Ivey with an up and down straight draw. David Clark with a gut shot straight draw. Tony Vu, though, leads with pocket kings. A king on the turn. That makes a set for Vu. Clark with a pair of kings and a nut flush draw. Clark checks to Ivey now with his straight draw. Ivey is going to try to buy it with 6,000.
Yeah, there's a possible flush and a possible straight on that board now. Ivey has neither. He has what we call a 7% hand. Vu hit trip kings and seems worried.
It'll cost him 6,000 to call Ivey's bet. And he calls with his set. Clark also calls.
Clark with the pair of kings, and of course, as you said, he's drawing to the nut flush and the nut straight.
It's an ace on the river. Vu with a set of kings earns the check mark. Clark now with aces up.
That ace is another scare card. Anyone with a queen would have the nut straight. Nobody has the queen.
Clark checks it cautiously.
Ivey now can either bluff at this again or give up on it. I would prefer that he give up on it. No, Phil. No.
Sorry. 12,000 from Ivey.
12,000 with Squadouche, and he's got the World Series rookie talking to himself. Vu's got the best hand. You know, what helps Ivey at this moment is that Vu also has to worry about Clark behind him. But this bluff isn't going to hold.
Wow. Vu's going to give up his 3 kings.
Vu coughs up the best hand.
Not happy about it.
Yeah, Vu will be even more disgusted if Clark calls Ivey and he sees their hand.